What is good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another NBA 2K25 video, and in today's video I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys. As you can see on your screen, today's episode we are making a tempo pushing point. Now before we get into the video, I'm just going to take a few seconds to ask you guys to please drop a like if you can on the video. Dropping a like on the video helps the video to get pushed into the algorithms. The more likes, the more views, the more people get to view the channel, the more my channel can grow, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys can do that. Now with that being said, let's jump into this build. Now the tempo pushing builds are back in NBA 2K25. Today's episode, tempo pushing point. Obviously you got to make this at the point guard position. Height, I went 6'5" on the height. I went default weight, and then I went 6'10" on the wingspan. Now, obviously, you could tweak this to your liking. Choose what you want. You want to go tall, you can go tall. You want to go shorter, you can go shorter. This is just what I went with. Now, these are the attributes that I went with on the build. We went 73, just so that we could get that paint prodigy. We also have bronze float game, which is decent badge. For the layup, we went 70 on the layup. We went 70 on the drive and dunk, just so that we have, some decent dunking on this build. You know what I'm saying? And if you choose, you can use your cap breakers and go get that bronze posterizer. If dunking on people is your forte. Standing dunk, we're going with a 50 on the standing dunk. Obviously getting those standing dunk animations at 40 and 45. And then for the post control, we did go with a 70. So this build will be able to do some posting, especially when you take into the fact that most guard builds in this game are running 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", and 6'1" guards as well. I've also seen some 5'9" guards out there here and there as well too. So you're going to have the advantage. You go up against a 5'9", a 6'1", a 6'2", you're going to be able to just go down there in the post and go to work, And with the way shot contest and interior defense is in this game, 9 times out of 10, if you have layup timing off, you're just going to be laying them over and over and over and over again. They're going to have to double you, and then you're just going to be able to kick it out and, just basically get free threes or whatever. So do keep that in mind. They're going to have to double you if you are going up against somebody way shorter than you. For the mid-range or the shooting, we're going with a 71 to get that post-fade phenom on silver. We're also going to have a 73 on the 3-ball for that bronze deadeye. And then for the free throw, we're going with a 91 on a free throw. Now, obviously, if you don't play rec, you don't have to go 91 on a free throw. You could drop this and get rid of the free throw. But I'm a rec player. I like to have free throw because I like to be able to shoot the technicals, defensive three, transitions. Those are all extra points that I get throughout the game. In total, I probably average like an extra 4 points or 5 points in rec, just because I have that 90 plus free throw or whatever. I'm always shooting a free throw. And when you get fouled, you don't want to be missing free throws. They're free points. Like, why wouldn't you want those free points? So if you're a bona fide rec player, 5v5 player, definitely consider putting that free throw up. Moving on to the playmaking, we have a 72 on the pass accuracy, which obviously is not that good. But do keep in mind that in order to get the name tempo pushing, you gotta have a kind of low passing with a higher ball handling speed with ball. So if you go too high up on the pass accuracy, you're not going to get tempo pushing point. You're going to get a completely different name. That's the only real drawback for a build like this with the name tempo pushing. It's a fire name, but you're going to have that drawback of having worse passing, which you really don't want from your point guard. It is what it is. Ball handle, we're going 77 on the ball handle, and then with the speed with ball, we're going up to an 82. And then for our defense, we're going with the 52 on the interior defense, 71 on the perimeter defense, so we can at least get bronze challenger. Then we're going to go 73 on the steal, so we can at least get bronze glove and silver interceptor. For the block, we're going with a 68 as well, like that, just so that we can get that high flying denier badge, because we are going to be 6'5", and if you're going up against, like I said, 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", 5'9", 5'9" to 6'3" guards, you're going to be able to chase some stuff down and put them on the backboard. So do consider putting that block on the build. Now, if you say you don't want the block, then obviously you could put this elsewhere on the build, but That's just me. I figured that I made this build at 6'5". When you get around 6'5", 6'6", you then have the ability to chase something down, especially with the physicals we're going to have on this build. You're going to want to be able to chase some, some stuff down. So keep that in mind. Now for the rebounding, we do have a 60 on the defensive rebound and a 43 on the offensive. Then for the speed, we're going with a whopping 96 speed. We're going with a whopping 93 agility. And the reason for this is that because you have a 93 agility, I know people see the perimeter defense, you're going to think that you can't play perimeter, but I have an 86 agility with a 54 perimeter on my 6'3 guard, and I box dudes. As long as I'm not getting hit with screens, I'm boxing people. Yeah, they could rim run me because I'm 6'3". Obviously, I'm not going to get to stop every single time. But on the perimeter, I'm not giving up any threes. I'm not getting cooked on the perimeter because I have high agility. I'm able to move my feet. If you look at the description for agility, it tells you without the ball affects how fast the player can accelerate, move in short bursts, and move laterally, which is left to right. Speed, north to south. Agility, east to west. Left and right, up and down. So for agility, you want that high agility so you can play a high level of defense and slide your feet. Even with lower perimeter defense, you will still be able to stay in front of your man. It's ridiculous. And then with the 71 perimeter defense, we're going to have bronze challengers, so we will be able to contest people. We're going to be taller than most guards anyway at 6'5", so you will be getting those contests. Then for the strength, I went 77 maxed on the strength just so that we could get that gold strong handle. Again, 6'3" to 5'9" guards, strong handle. They're not going to have strength on their build. You're going to move them out the way, and then you're going to be able to go to work with that 70 layup, that 70 driving dunk. Like, I'm not saying you're going to be posterizing people, but if the paint is wide open and you got a center who can space the floor, you're spacing the floor properly and whatnot, that strength is going to come in handy because you're going to just move them out the way, bully them, and get to the rim. Now, do keep in mind that that strength also comes with that 70 post control. And with that 70 post control, that's going to come with hook specialist, post fade phenom, post powerhouse, post up poet. So you will, again, like I said, if you're not just rim running and pushing them out the way with strong handle, then you are then putting them in the post and just shooting over top of them in the paint with your 73 close shot, bronze paint prodigy, bronze hook specialist, post powerhouse, post up poet. Like, this build can... It doesn't look that great when you look at the attributes, and you can make a better point guard build. Don't get it twisted. But this build can be effective if you know how to use it in the right hands. It can be effective. And then enough yap. Our final attribute is going to be that vertical, which is going to be a 95, which is absolutely insane. There you see getting that bronze high flying denier. We're also going to be getting that silver aerial wizard. And then of course when we create our build, we will see our shades of. We see James Harden, we see Jalen Suggs, and we also see Cade Cunningham from the Detroit Pistons. And then, of course, our build name, a tempo pushing point. So there you have it. This is my tempo pushing point build for NBA 2K25. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K25 content. And, of course, more rare builds like this. I'm out, y'all. Peace.